Hello again. It's mid-February, actually 16 February 2018. Just an update on what's going on here at the woodland in front of Whitey's place. So here in the park strip, California poppy is developing really nicely now. Not much change in the bioswale here, although the native western buttercup are showing more foliage here. This side over here, I've cut back some of the Douglas aster. I haven't cut back the blue wild rye yet. I will in another week or so. Moving over to the red flowering currant, big change since a month ago. It's now almost, the first flower's almost in bloom here. The leaves are coming out, very fragrant. I've planted some lupin here. Protected the site with mesh here to keep birds or cats from digging it up. I've completed the placing of the landscape fabric here, where I want to kill some quackgrass and also kill back a grove of snowberry that was just getting a little too big there. So we'll go over to the boardwalk here, again past the beautiful red flowering currant here. And still a few things to cut back here. Douglas aster. I don't do it all at once, a little bit at a time. General view here towards a house, again with checker mallow in the foreground. Over here I had a weed problem, so I've just piled on a lot of leaves here to kill the weeds. Lots of candy flower developing here in the shade of the choke cherry over by the fence. This is a cow parsnip it's been greening up for a month or more, but now it's really starting to green up. The tall Oregon grape here is in bloom already, fragrant. I can smell it right from here. Right here, also on the south side of the boardwalk, lots and lots of bright green spears of the tall camas. It's coming up. And here's a tall meadow rue, almost a foot tall already, with last year's dead stalks still intact. Here's a solitary candy flower, very distinctive growth habit. Of course, more checker mallow, California poppy. We'll go over to the north side here, well past the tubs out front here, which the candy flower is really getting big now. Pansies are starting to perk up. And here there wasn't much going on in January, but now there's lots more green here. This is western bleeding heart that's just coming out here, this fern-like foliage. More tall meadow rue. And then looking down the north side of the house here, lots of candy flower. The first new green leaves of oxalis are developing. Here's a stump of a 20-year-old vine maple I cut back last year to encourage new shoots to come up, and there come the new shoots. And here's the corpse of the old one that I cut down. Out front here, there's lots and lots of baby Indian plums that last year, 2 years ago, was a really good fruit set. So these are 1-year-old plants. This is their second year. I'll get to transplant them to some of my other sites. Here's some more bleeding heart that's coming up here. What else do we have? Oh, of course, Indian plum has started to bloom. Right here, leaf out and bloom, the little white flowers. And soon there'll be, I don't know if the first ones are up here yet. Oh, there's the first little fawn lily that's coming up through the pine needles here. We'll go around the south side. This is a really wet area here, and beautiful one of the native lupins here that's just coming up. A lot more camas over there. The stalks from last year's cow parsnip. Then just a nice view. There's still lots of winter jasmine blooming here, non-native of course, as we enter the food garden. And just go back and take a look at a couple things here. So I've had a lot of things here protected because it got quite cold a few days ago, protecting the vegetables like the chard. Here's just a general views through my famous Marionberry wreaths here up towards the old apple tree and everything that's starting to happen under there. I place these just little boughs of incense cedar here to just to be pretty, and also to hold the leaves down along the edge of the walkway here so they don't blow away quite as easily. This is rhubarb coming up, so it's again just mid-February. And then we'll go over under the apple here to see what's going on. So the bright green leaves here, of course, are Indian plum, just to the left of the apple trunk. And then here in the under canopy, lots of fringe cup, more fringe cup here, a little bit of tall meadow rue coming up. These green spikes, again, are camas. I don't really want the camas here. I'm gonna see if I can get rid of it. And then up here in the little oak savanna, there's lots of camas coming up here, including some areas where I placed leaves to kill the grass and encourage camas seeds to germinate, which they won't germinate in the deep grass, non-native grass, but here they are. Hundreds of little baby camas coming up. So that's about it for mid-February. Look back towards the house here, and we'll visit by video again in another month. Until then.